Hello and welcome. This is your host Black Servant, otherwise known as Curse of Entire, the Fang of Ruination, and the Mountain of Your Soul. Today I'll be doing my review of Fooly Cooly, or as it's more commonly known, FLCL, or its Japanese name, Furikuri. For those of you who don't know, Furikuri in Japanese means breast fondling, which to scare some people off. It's got nothing to do with it. I watched this anime a long time ago. In fact, I've watched it through, twice? And it's just hilarious. And luckily, I always, ever see I see someone pop up and say, "Oh, this anime is WTF." This anime is like the weirdest thing I've ever seen. It's like, no, this is the weirdest anime you will ever see. Followed by which is fucking hilarious. I think I'll start now. Basically, Naoto's life is confined to own a school and living with his father and grandfather. The usual born life in Mabase is rudely interrupted by the arrival of Haruhara, who bursts onto the scene by running Naoto over with her motorbike and basically hitting him over the head with a guitar. Then the plot just pops up after that. It's like she keeps trying to hit him, find out. So it's like, at this one point she grabs him and shakes him up and down and see if his brain or something will come out. And it doesn't. So basically, but she doesn't give up. She keeps coming back and trying to hit him again. And then it actually pops up that the huge plant, this huge building, this huge factory where it doesn't seem they make anything, is up to something. I mean, it's medical mechanica. Basically, they're up to something. I'm not going to say what, because that would do spoilers. Okay, I think I'll move on to the characters. The main character is Naoto Nandaba. Basically, he's obsessive and mature and nostalgic sort of thing. And basically, he idolizes his big brother Tatsuki, who actually never appears in the actual anime apart from in the picture in this photo, which you never actually get to see. Now I've idolized him. Naoto is basically a bit plain until he gets hit over the head. And I've actually read the manga, and in the manga, a lot more things come out of his head than just what does actually come out. But really now there's nothing really about him, but he's a bit of a boring character really. And I think I'm moving to the next character. The next character is Haruhara. And basically, he's basically this person who's basically an alien who's trying to investigate the medical mechanica plant, and ends up working as his housemaid after hitting both Naoto and his father over the head with a guitar and running them over. And basically, she used her guitar and basically in the NO portal, which I forget what it means. But in the manga, it actually shows it. I do remember what it is in the manga. In the manga, it's basically the two sides of his brain split open and make a wormhole as a sort of thing. And she uses him and his ability to summon things through his head to try and of medical mechanica. The next character, if you can call him a character, is Kanti, who's actually the first thing that ever comes out of Naoto's head. It's basically a robot made by medical mechanica, and it was used to capture this guy who's meant to in the story, but I'm not mentioning him because it's important to the plot. And basically, I missed that bit out because it's not important. It's important to the plot as well. Sorry. Mamimi is basically a high school student, and she's really obsessed with pyromania. She's playing pyromaniac for the win, and she keeps taking picking up little pets. Like first she takes Naruto under a wind and told him Takun, but it's basically the name she gives all pets. Like takes Naruto, then it's Cat, and I don't know what else after that. At the end, she basically just goes off and I think it's a photographer. I don't know what eyes she does. Then there's other characters. Oh, sorry, the characters don't appear in the anime, so you don't want to know about them apart from the father and grandfather, who are boring as shit. Okay, what else have I got? The art and animation. You see, there's actually points in all anime where I just watch it as like, that's what I see in Fully Cool. Basically, I don't want to be offensive, but its art is terrible. Its animation is decent, but its art isn't really up to my standards. The art is a bit, how do I say it, gritty, which actually it doesn't really feel for the sort of comedy, what the fuck theme sort of thing. Fukuri is basically read it sort of, and it just sounds like it's just funny. It's a comedy thing. In fact, it even tries to break the full four sometimes. But what do you do? Lots of things are weird, and basically it just sort of, it looks like comedy, but the anime's a bit too hard. And art is a bit too hardcore for it, and basically that is not exactly the best thing ever, but it is good. And oh yeah, sorry about that. There's music in it. I don't remember it overly. It's not all that impressive. The opening theme is pretty much every time I watch it. Okay, and it's not very memorable, honestly. I remember it being like, so it's kind of cool, but the ending theme just makes me want to kill myself. Really, I'm not gonna play it because I can't get my hands on it. So there. Also, the dubbing, I haven't watched Japanese yet, but I know the English dub pretty well, and the dub is actually very, very good. I know people that yell at me for this, but I actually think it's done in the same sort of quality as 4Kids. And this is what I mean here. 4Kids may ruin an anime however much they like, but the period dub was actually really good. And it's very smooth and runs very well with the voice acting, but the rest of it isn't very good. Okay, why am I talking about 4Kids right now? Sorry. And it's not overly that great. Okay, do the overall now. Yep, overall. Basically, this anime is something you really enjoy if you're a bit of a local, but you really if you're a hardcore otaku or anime fan. But don't get too comfortable. Well, catch you on the flip side.